Hey, Michigan drivers! Have you ever found yourself staring at a car repair bill, feeling completely overwhelmed and unsure of what you're actually paying for? Ever felt lost and confused when dealing with car repairs? We've all been there. It's a common experience to feel like you're in over your head when mechanics start throwing around technical jargon. It's like they speak a different language, right? Terms like catalytic converter or transmission fluid can make your head spin if you're not familiar with car mechanics. Well, Michigan Law 257.1307C is here to help. This law is designed to protect you, the consumer, from being taken advantage of in the often confusing world of car repairs. This law is basically a rule book for car repair shops. It sets clear guidelines and standards that these businesses must follow to ensure transparency and fairness. It's all about making sure you, the customer, are treated fairly. No more shady practices. You deserve to know exactly what you're paying for and why. This law is super important. It holds repair shops accountable and ensures they operate with integrity. It protects you from getting ripped off or taken advantage of. Imagine having a safeguard that ensures you're not being overcharged or misled. Think of it as a shield against dishonest mechanics. This law empowers you to make informed decisions about your car repairs. We're talking about things like being tricked into unnecessary repairs. Have you ever been told you need a repair that just didn't seem right? Or worse, being charged for work that wasn't done at all. It's frustrating and unfair, but this law aims to put an end to such practices. We're going to break down this law into bite-sized pieces. We'll explain each part in simple terms so you can understand how it protects you. We'll use real-life examples so you can easily understand your rights as a car owner in Michigan. Knowing your rights can make a huge difference in how you handle car repairs. So buckle up, and let's dive into the world of 257.1307C. By the end of this, you'll feel more confident and empowered when dealing with car repairs. You'll be able to have informed conversations with your mechanic, ask the right questions, and ensure you're getting the service you deserve. No more feeling lost or confused. You'll know exactly what to look for on your repair bill and understand the charges. And when your mechanic explains the repairs, you'll be able to follow along and make informed decisions. So, let's get started. Together, we'll navigate the complexities of car repairs and ensure you're always protected. Remember, knowledge is power. And with Michigan Law 257.1307C, you're in the driver's seat. Stay tuned as we explore this law in detail and empower you to take control of your car repair experience. First up, let's talk about estimates. You know, that piece of paper that makes your wallet cry? Yeah, we've all been there. It's that moment when you realize your car needs more than just a little TLC. Michigan Law 257.1307C says repair shops can't just make up prices. This law is designed to protect consumers from being overcharged or misled about the cost of repairs. They have to give you a written estimate before they start working on your car. This means you should always know what you're getting into before any work begins. This estimate must include a detailed list of what needs to be fixed. Every single item that needs attention should be clearly listed. It also needs to show the price for each repair, both parts and labor. This transparency helps you understand exactly where your money is going. Here's an example. Imagine you take your car in for a simple oil change. You expect it to be quick and inexpensive. The shop can't just tack on a new transmission and say, "Surprise!" That would be both unfair and illegal. They need your approval for any additional repairs and costs. That's the law. You have the right to know and agree to any extra work before it's done. Remember, this estimate protects you. It ensures that you are not blindsided by unexpected charges. It prevents mechanics from hitting you with unexpected charges. This way, you can budget accordingly and avoid any nasty surprises. So always get that estimate in writing. It's your safeguard against being overcharged. And don't be afraid to ask questions if something doesn't make sense. If there's anything unclear, make sure to get clarification. It's your right to understand every detail of the repair process. Sometimes, there might be different options for repairs. Discuss these with your mechanic to find the best solution for your budget and needs. Also, don't hesitate to shop around. Getting multiple estimates can help you find the best deal and ensure you're not being overcharged. Knowledge is power. Understanding your repair estimate can give you confidence and peace of mind. So next time you need a repair, remember to get that detailed estimate and ask all the questions you need. With the right information, you can drive away knowing you got a fair deal. Safe travels. Ever feel pressured by a mechanic to fix something you weren't even there for? Like that weird rattle suddenly needs immediate attention? Well, 257.1307C says, hold your horses. Mechanics can't just perform extra repairs without your consent. They have to tell you what's wrong and why they recommend fixing it. You have the right to say no to any repair you don't want or feel is unnecessary. Let's say your car is making a funny noise. The mechanic says you need a new muffler, but you get a second opinion and it turns out it's just a loose heat shield. You have the right to decline the muffler replacement. It's your car and ultimately your decision. Section 4. Used parts, not without your permission. Sometimes using used parts for repairs can be a good way to save money, but 257.1307C says the shop can't just slap on used parts without telling you. They need your explicit permission first. The shop must clearly inform you if they plan to use used or remanufactured parts. They also need to tell you about any warranties offered on those parts. This way, you can make an informed decision about what's best for your car and your wallet. Think of it this way. You wouldn't want a used heart valve without knowing, right? Your car deserves the same transparency. Section 5. The bait and switch, when a deal seems too good to be true. We've all seen those ads. Oil change for $9.99. But then you get there, and suddenly, it's a different story. That, my friends, is a classic bait and switch tactic. And 257.1307C says, nope. Repair shops cannot advertise a price and then try to charge you more for the same service. If they advertise a specific price, they have to honor it. No hidden fees, no surprise charges. Let's say that $9.99 oil change is advertised with a bunch of fine print. Maybe it's only for certain cars or requires a coupon you don't have. That's not cool. The advertised price should be clear and include all the essential details. Section 6. Towing trouble. What to know about unauthorized towing. Getting your car towed is never fun. It's an experience that can leave you feeling helpless and frustrated, especially if you believe the towing was unjustified. But did you know that 257.1307C also protects you from unauthorized towing? That's right. This regulation is in place to ensure that your rights as a vehicle owner are respected. A shop can't just tow your car without your permission unless it's an emergency. This means that unless there's an immediate danger or a legal reason, your car should stay right where you left it. Let's say you park your car in a lot that clearly states unauthorized vehicles will be towed. That's fair game. In such cases, the property owner has the right to remove vehicles that are parked without permission. But if you take your car to a shop and they decide to tow it to another location without your knowledge or consent, that's a big no-no. This is where the law steps in to protect you. Remember, your car is your property. You have the ultimate say in what happens to it, and no one should move it without your explicit permission. A shop needs your permission to move it. They should always inform you and get your consent before taking any action that involves relocating your vehicle. If they tow your car without authorization, you have every right to be furious. This is a clear violation of your rights, and you shouldn't hesitate to stand up for yourself. And you might even have grounds to take legal action. Legal recourse can help you recover any costs or damages incurred due to unauthorized towing. Always keep records and document everything to support your case. Consulting with a legal advisor can provide you with the necessary guidance on how to proceed. They can help you understand your rights and the best course of action to take. In some cases, you might be able to get your car back without any charges if the towing was indeed unauthorized. Knowing your rights can save you a lot of trouble and money. It's always a good idea to familiarize yourself with local towing laws and regulations. Being informed can help you avoid situations where your car might be towed without your consent. Taking preventive measures, like placing a "No Unauthorized Towing" sticker on your car, can also deter unauthorized towing. It's a small step that can make a big difference. At the end of the day, knowing your rights and taking proactive steps can ensure that your car remains where it belongs, with you. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and drive safe. Section 7. Abandoned vehicles. Know your rights and responsibilities. Sometimes cars get left behind at repair shops. Maybe the owner can't afford the repairs or they simply forget about it. 257.1307C lays out specific rules for how shops should handle these abandoned vehicles. A shop can't just declare a car abandoned after a day or two. They need to make a reasonable effort to contact the owner. This usually involves sending a certified letter and waiting a specific period. Only then can they start the legal process of claiming ownership of the vehicle. This part of the law protects both you and the shop. It prevents misunderstandings and ensures a fair process for everyone involved.